We're about to embark on a journey, a voyage into the heart of a 13th century Persian poet whose words have echoed through the centuries, touching souls and igniting a fire of love in all who hear them. We will explore 50 of Rumi's most profound poems, each a testament to the enduring power of his wisdom. And as we traverse this landscape of love, loss, and longing, I promise you this: the 50th poem will be a revelation, a mystery that will unfold and leave you speechless. So, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and let us begin this pilgrimage into the soul of the great mystic, Rumi. Poem 1. The Guest House. This being human is a guest house. Every morning a new arrival. A joy, a depression, a meanness, some momentary awareness comes as an unexpected visitor. Welcome and entertain them all. Even if they're a crowd of sorrows who violently sweep your house empty of its furniture, still treat each guest honorably. He may be clearing you out for some new delight. The dark thought, the shame, the malice, meet them at the door laughing and invite them in. Be grateful for whoever comes, because each has been sent as a guide from beyond. This is not merely a poem, it is a manual for living, a profound piece of spiritual guidance wrapped in the accessible metaphor of a host and their guests. Rumi, with his unparalleled ability to distill complex spiritual truths into simple, elegant language, offers us a radical reinterpretation of our emotional and psychological landscape. He suggests that we cease our internal warfare, our constant struggle against the so-called negative emotions. Instead of barring the door to sorrow, anger, or shame, he encourages us to swing it wide open, to greet these visitors with the same warmth and hospitality we would offer to joy and happiness. This is a testament to the Sufi belief in the transformative power of acceptance, the idea that every experience, no matter how painful, carries within it a seed of divine wisdom. The poem is a masterclass in mindfulness, urging us to observe our thoughts and feelings without judgment, to understand that they are transient visitors, not permanent residents of our inner world. It's a call to courage, to face the full spectrum of our humanity with an open heart. The visual of violently sweeping sorrows is a powerful and unsettling one, yet Rumi immediately follows it with the promise of a new delight. This is the core of his optimistic and uplifting philosophy, that even in our darkest moments, we are being prepared for a greater joy, a deeper understanding of ourselves and our place in the universe. The Guest House is more than just a beautiful piece of writing. It is a lifeline for anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by the turbulent currents of their own heart. It is a reminder that we are larger than our emotions, that we have the capacity to contain multitudes, and that every experience, when met with courage and acceptance, can be a doorway to profound spiritual growth. It is, in essence, a love letter to the human spirit, a testament to its resilience, its capacity for transformation, and its infinite potential for love and understanding. Poem 2. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing. Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right-doing, there is a field. I'll meet you there. When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about. Ideas, language, even the phrase each other doesn't make any sense. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. You must ask for what you really want. Don't go back to sleep. People are going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch. The door is round and open. Don't go back to sleep. This poem is a gentle yet profound invitation to transcend the limitations of the egoic mind, to step into a space of pure, unadulterated being. Rumi, with the delicate touch of a master painter, sketches a landscape of spiritual liberation, a field where the dualities that govern our everyday lives dissolve into a unified whole. The concepts of wrongdoing and right-doing, the very pillars of our moral and social structures, are revealed to be mere constructs, mental fences that keep us from experiencing the boundless expanse of our true nature. This field is not a physical place, but a state of consciousness, a realm of the heart where the soul can finally rest, unburdened by the weight of judgment and expectation. The line, "When the soul lies down in that grass, the world is too full to talk about," is a stunning evocation of mystical experience, a moment of such profound communion with the divine that language itself becomes obsolete. It speaks to the ineffable nature of spiritual truth, the idea that the deepest realities of existence can only be felt, not articulated. The repetition of "don't go back to sleep" is a powerful and urgent plea, a mantra for the spiritual seeker. It is a reminder that the path to enlightenment is a conscious one, that we must actively resist the seductive pull of spiritual slumber. The image of people going back and forth across the doorsill where the two worlds touch is a beautiful and evocative metaphor for the liminal space between the material and the spiritual, the seen and the unseen. It suggests that this transcendent realm is not some distant, unattainable paradise, but a reality that is constantly accessible to us if only we have the courage to open the door. The poem is a testament to Rumi's own profound spiritual experiences, his ability to translate the ecstatic visions of the mystic into a language that is both poetic and deeply practical. It is a love song to the soul, a call to awaken from the dream of separation and to remember the boundless, unconditional love that is our true home. Poem 3. The minute I heard my first love story, I started looking for you, not knowing how blind that was. Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along. This short, yet incredibly profound poem encapsulates one of Rumi's most central and enduring themes: the idea that the love we seek in the external world is ultimately a reflection of the divine love that resides within our own hearts. It is a gentle and loving critique of the romantic ideal of the one, the soulmate, who will complete us and make us whole. Rumi, with his characteristic wisdom and compassion, suggests that this external search is ultimately a misguided one, a form of spiritual blindness that prevents us from recognizing the love that is already and always present within us. The poem is a beautiful illustration of the Sufi concept of wahadat al-wujud, or the unity of being, the idea that all of creation is a manifestation of a single divine reality. From this perspective, the love between two individuals is not a separate and isolated phenomenon, but a microcosm of the universal love that animates the entire cosmos. The line, "Lovers don't finally meet somewhere. They're in each other all along," is a powerful and evocative statement of this truth. It suggests that the connection between two people who are truly in love is not something that is created, but something that is discovered, a recognition of a pre-existing unity. The poem is a testament to the transformative power of self-love, the idea that we cannot truly love another until we have first learned to love ourselves. It is a reminder that the journey to find love is ultimately an inward one, a process of peeling away the layers of fear and illusion that obscure the radiant light of our own divine nature. The visual of a blind search is a poignant and relatable one, a metaphor for the often frustrating and disappointing quest for love that many of us experience. Rumi's gentle correction is not a scolding, but a compassionate redirection, a loving whisper in our ear, guiding us back to the source of all love. This poem is a soothing balm for the lonely heart, a beacon of hope for anyone who has ever felt that true love is an elusive and unattainable dream. It is a promise that the love we are so desperately seeking is not out there, but in here, waiting patiently to be discovered. It is a testament to the enduring spirit of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to speak directly to the deepest longings of the human heart. Poem 4. This is love, to fly toward a secret sky. This is love, to fly toward a secret sky, to cause 100 veils to fall each moment. First, to let go of life. In the end, to take a step without feet. Rumi, in this powerful and evocative poem, offers a definition of love that transcends the romantic and enters the realm of the mystical. This is not the gentle, comforting love of a lullaby, but a love that is fierce, transformative, and ultimately liberating. The poem is a journey, a spiritual ascent that begins with a flight toward a secret sky. This sky is not the physical one above us, but the inner sky of the soul, the boundless expanse of divine consciousness. The 100 veils that fall each moment are the illusions of the ego, the false beliefs and attachments that separate us from our true nature. Love, in Rumi's view, is the force that shatters these illusions, that peels away the layers of our conditioned self to reveal the radiant jewel of our divinity. The line, "First, to let go of life," is a startling and radical one. It is not a call to nihilism or self-destruction, but a profound spiritual teaching about the necessity of surrendering our attachment to the transient and ephemeral. It is an invitation to die to the old self, to the egoic self that is defined by its possessions, its accomplishments, and its fears, in order to be reborn into a new and more authentic way of being. This is the fana of the Sufi tradition, the annihilation of the false self in the divine presence. The final line, "In the end, to take a step without feet," is a beautiful and paradoxical image that speaks to the transcendent nature of this mystical love. It is a love that carries us beyond the limitations of the physical body, beyond the constraints of time and space. It is the love that allows us to walk on water, to move mountains, to perform the miracles that are the birthright of every human soul. The poem is a testament to the courage and commitment that is required on the spiritual path. It is a reminder that the journey to God is not a passive one, but an active and dynamic process of self-transformation. Rumi's words are a clarion call to the spiritual warrior, to the one who is willing to risk everything for the sake of love, for the sake of truth, for the sake of the secret sky. That is our true and eternal home. This is a poem that does not just describe love, it embodies it in all its fierce and beautiful and liberating power. Poem 5. Your task is not to seek for love. Your task is not to seek for love, but merely to seek and find all the barriers within yourself that you have built against it. This concise and powerful poem is a cornerstone of Rumi's teachings on love, and a profound piece of psychological and spiritual wisdom that resonates as deeply today as it did in the 13th century. It is a radical reframing of the quest for love, shifting the focus from an external search to an internal one. Rumi suggests that love is not a scarce commodity that must be hunted down and acquired, but our natural state of being, a boundless ocean that is always and already present within us. The problem, he tells us, is not the absence of love, but the presence of the barriers that we have erected against it. These barriers are the products of our ego, the fears, insecurities, and past hurts that cause us to close our hearts and to cut ourselves off from the flow of love. The poem is a call to self-reflection, an invitation to embark on the inner journey of self-discovery. It is a testament to the Sufi belief in the importance of purification of the heart, the process of clearing away the debris of the ego so that the light of divine love can shine through. The visual of building barriers is a potent one, suggesting a conscious or unconscious act of self-protection that ultimately becomes a form of self-imprisonment. Rumi's instruction to seek and find these barriers is a call to mindfulness, to pay attention to the ways in which we sabotage our own happiness, and to cultivate a compassionate awareness of our own inner workings. This poem is a liberation from the frantic and often disappointing search for love in the external world. It is a reminder that we already have everything we need to be happy, that the source of all love and fulfillment lies within our own hearts. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to guide us back to ourselves, to the place where love is not something we find, but something we are. This is a poem that can change lives, a simple yet profound truth that has the power to heal the deepest wounds of the human heart. It is a gift, a key that unlocks the door to a life of unconditional love and boundless joy. Poem 6. I want to sing like the birds sing. I want to sing like the birds sing, not worrying about who hears or what they think. This short, simple, and yet profoundly liberating poem is a beautiful expression of the desire for authentic self-expression, for a life lived free from the constraints of fear and self-consciousness. Rumi, through the metaphor of a singing bird, invites us to tap into the uninhibited joy and spontaneity of our own creative spirit. The bird does not sing for applause or approval, it sings because that is its nature, because the song is bursting forth from within. This is a powerful and inspiring model for human creativity, a call to create for the sheer joy of creation, without any attachment to the outcome. The poem is a gentle critique of the ego's constant need for validation, its insatiable hunger for external recognition. Rumi reminds us that this need is a form of bondage, a self-imposed prison that stifles our creativity and prevents us from experiencing the true freedom of self-expression. The visual of a bird singing its heart out, oblivious to its audience, is a potent symbol of this kind of creative liberation. It is a testament to the beauty of a life lived from the inside out, a life that is guided by the inner compass of the heart rather than the fickle and often unreliable opinions of others. This poem is not just for artists and musicians. It is for anyone who has ever felt the sting of self-doubt, who has ever held themselves back for fear of what others might think. It is a permission slip to be ourselves, to let our own unique song be heard without apology or explanation. It is a reminder that our worth is not determined by the approval of others, but by the authenticity and sincerity of our own self-expression. Rumi's words are a gentle and loving encouragement to find our own voice, to trust our own instincts, and to share our gifts with the world, not for the sake of praise, but for the sake of the song itself. This is a poem that can inspire us to live more courageously, more creatively, and more joyfully. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to find profound spiritual lessons in the simplest and most beautiful aspects of the natural world. Poem 7. The wound is the place where the light enters you. This incredibly powerful and widely quoted line is a testament to Rumi's profound understanding of the human condition, his ability to find hope and meaning in even the darkest of experiences. It is a radical reinterpretation of pain and suffering, transforming them from something to be avoided at all costs into a sacred gateway to spiritual awakening. The poem is a beacon of hope for anyone who is struggling with loss, heartbreak, or any other form of emotional or physical pain. It suggests that our wounds are not a sign of weakness or failure, but a sign of our humanity, a testament to our capacity to love, to feel, and to be vulnerable. The visual of light entering a wound is a stunning and evocative one. It suggests that our brokenness is not something to be ashamed of, but an opening, a crack in the armor of the ego that allows the divine light to penetrate our being. This is a core tenet of many mystical traditions, the idea that spiritual growth often comes not in spite of our suffering, but because of it. The poem is a challenge to our modern culture's obsession with perfection, its tendency to pathologize and to medicate any form of discomfort. Rumi reminds us that there is a sacredness in our suffering, that our pain has the power to break us open, to soften our hearts, and to connect us to a deeper and more authentic part of ourselves. This is a poem that can be a source of immense comfort and solace in times of trial. It is a reminder that we are not alone in our pain, that our suffering is a part of the universal human experience, and that it has the potential to be a catalyst for profound transformation. Rumi's words are a loving embrace for the wounded soul, a gentle and compassionate whisper that says, it's okay to be broken. It's okay to be in pain. Your wounds are not a curse, but a blessing in disguise. This is a testament to the healing power of poetry, its ability to reframe our experiences and to help us find meaning and purpose in the face of adversity. It is a poem that can mend a broken heart, that can give us the strength to carry on, and that can ultimately lead us to a place of greater wisdom, compassion, and love. Poem 8. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. Let yourself be silently drawn by the strange pull of what you really love. It will not lead you astray. This beautiful and reassuring poem is a gentle yet powerful call to follow the deepest desires of our hearts, to trust the inner guidance system that is always pointing us toward our true north. Rumi, with his characteristic warmth and wisdom, offers a simple yet profound piece of advice for navigating the often confusing and overwhelming landscape of life. He suggests that we don't need to have all the answers, that we don't need to have a detailed map of our journey. All we need to do is to be still enough to feel the strange pull of what we love and to have the courage to follow it. The word silently is a key one in this poem. It suggests that this inner guidance is not a loud, booming voice, but a quiet whisper, a gentle nudge, a subtle feeling in the heart. In our noisy and chaotic world, it is all too easy to drown out this inner voice with the endless chatter of our minds and the constant demands of the external world. Rumi's poem is an invitation to cultivate a practice of inner listening, to create a space of silence and stillness in our lives so that we can hear the wisdom of our own hearts. The phrase "strange pull" is also a beautiful and evocative one. It speaks to the mysterious and often inexplicable nature of our deepest passions and callings. What we love is not always logical or rational. It is often something that defies explanation, something that simply feels right in the deepest part of our being. Rumi encourages us to trust this strange and wonderful pull, to have faith that it is leading us to our highest good, even when we don't know where it is taking us. The final line, "It will not lead you astray," is a powerful and comforting promise. It is a testament to the Sufi belief in the divine intelligence of the heart. The idea that our deepest desires are not random or arbitrary, but are in fact a reflection of our soul's purpose. This poem is a beautiful and inspiring reminder to live a life of passion and purpose, to follow our bliss, and to trust that the universe is always conspiring in our favor. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to offer profound spiritual guidance in a way that is both simple and deeply moving. Poem 9. When you do things from your soul. When you do things from your soul, you feel a river moving in you, a joy. When the action comes from another section, the feeling disappears. This is a profound and practical piece of wisdom from Rumi, a guide to living a life that is aligned with our deepest and most authentic self. The poem offers a simple yet powerful litmus test for determining whether our actions are coming from a place of love and inspiration or from a place of fear and obligation. The metaphor of a river moving in you is a beautiful and evocative one. It speaks to the effortless flow and the natural momentum that we experience when we are engaged in work that is truly meaningful to us. This is the state of flow that modern psychologists talk about, a state of complete absorption in an activity where time seems to disappear and we feel a deep sense of connection to what we are doing. This is the joy that Rumi speaks of, the quiet and enduring satisfaction that comes from living a life of purpose and passion. The contrast with actions that come from another section is a stark and relatable one. This other section is the ego, the part of us that is driven by fear, by the need for approval, by the desire for external validation. When we act from this place, the feeling of joy and flow disappears, and we are left with a sense of emptiness and disconnection. The poem is a call to self-awareness, an invitation to pay attention to our inner state as we go about our daily lives. It is a reminder that our feelings are a powerful and reliable source of guidance, a compass that can always point us back to our true north. This is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on direct experience, the idea that spiritual truth is not something to be found in books or dogmas, but something to be felt and lived in our own bodies. Rumi's words are a gentle and loving encouragement to listen to the wisdom of our own hearts, to trust our own inner experience, and to have the courage to follow the path that brings us the most joy. This is a poem that can help us to make better choices, to live more authentically, and to create a life that is a true and beautiful expression of our own unique soul. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to offer profound spiritual guidance in a way that is both simple and deeply practical. Poem 10. Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Don't be satisfied with stories, how things have gone with others. Unfold your own myth. This powerful and concise poem is a clarion call to originality, a passionate plea for each of us to live our own unique and authentic life. Rumi, with the fierce love of a spiritual master, challenges us to break free from the shackles of conformity, to resist the seductive pull of second-hand experience. The poem is a critique of a life lived by imitation, a life that is based on the scripts and formulas that have been handed down to us by our culture, our families, and our institutions. Rumi warns us against the danger of living in the shadows of others, of being content with the stories of their lives rather than daring to create our own. The command to unfold your own myth is a powerful and evocative one. It suggests that our lives are not something to be passively accepted, but something to be actively created, a work of art that is waiting to be brought into being. A myth in this context is not a falsehood, but a story that is so true, so powerful, and so resonant that it has the power to shape our reality. To unfold our own myth is to live a life that is a true and authentic expression of our own deepest values, our own unique gifts, and our own personal vision. This poem is a testament to the Sufi belief in the sacredness of the individual soul, the idea that each of us has a unique and irreplaceable contribution to make to the world. It is a reminder that we are not here to be a pale imitation of someone else, but to be the fullest and most vibrant expression of ourselves. Rumi's words are a challenge to the fear and insecurity that so often hold us back. The fear of being different, the fear of failure, the fear of the unknown. He encourages us to embrace the adventure of self-creation, to have the courage to step off the beaten path and to blaze our own trail. This is a poem that can ignite a fire in our souls, a poem that can inspire us to live with greater passion, greater purpose, and greater courage. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to empower us to become the authors of our own lives. Poem 11. Be like a tree and let the dead leaves drop. This beautiful and simple poem offers a profound lesson in the art of letting go, a gentle yet powerful reminder of the necessity of releasing the past in order to make way for the new. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to draw spiritual wisdom from the natural world, uses the metaphor of a tree to illustrate the cyclical nature of life, the constant process of death and rebirth that is at the heart of all creation. The tree does not cling to its dead leaves. It allows them to fall away gracefully, trusting in the promise of new growth to come. This is a powerful and inspiring model for how we can navigate the inevitable losses and changes of our own lives. The dead leaves of the poem are a metaphor for all the things that no longer serve us. The old beliefs, the past hurts, the outgrown relationships, the regrets and resentments that we so often carry with us. Rumi's gentle instruction to be like a tree is an invitation to cultivate a practice of conscious release, to learn to let go of these burdens with the same ease and grace as a tree shedding its leaves in autumn. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief in the importance of detachment, the idea that true freedom comes not from acquiring more, but from needing less. It is a reminder that our attachment to the past is a form of bondage, a self-imposed prison that prevents us from fully embracing the present moment and from opening ourselves to the possibilities of the future. Rumi's words are a source of comfort and solace for anyone who is struggling with the pain of letting go. They are a gentle and loving encouragement to trust in the natural process of life, to have faith that every ending is also a new beginning. This is a poem that can help us to heal from the wounds of the past, to release the baggage that is weighing us down, and to move forward into the future with a lighter heart and a more open spirit. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to offer profound spiritual guidance in a way that is both simple and deeply moving. Poem 12. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Yesterday I was clever, so I wanted to change the world. Today I am wise, so I am changing myself. This profound and humbling poem captures the essence of the spiritual journey, the shift from an outward focus on changing the world to an inward focus on changing oneself. Rumi, with his characteristic wit and wisdom, draws a clear distinction between cleverness and wisdom, between the ego's desire to control and the soul's desire to surrender. The clever person, in Rumi's view, is the one who sees the world as a problem to be solved, a flawed creation that needs to be fixed. This is the mindset of the reformer, the activist, the revolutionary, the one who is driven by a passionate desire to make the world a better place. While this desire is often noble and well-intentioned, Rumi suggests that it can also be a form of spiritual arrogance, a subtle manifestation of the ego's need to be in control. The wise person, on the other hand, is the one who understands that the only thing they can truly change is themselves. This is the mindset of the mystic, the sage, the spiritual seeker, the one who has come to realize that the outer world is a reflection of the inner world, and that the only way to create lasting change in the world is to first create lasting change within oneself. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief in the importance of self-transformation, the idea that the journey to God is an inward one, a process of purifying the heart and of aligning oneself with the divine will. It is a reminder that we cannot give to the world what we do not have ourselves, that we cannot create peace in the world if we do not have peace in our own hearts. Rumi's words are a gentle and loving course correction for all of us who have ever felt frustrated and disillusioned by our efforts to change the world. They are an invitation to shift our focus, to turn our attention inward, and to begin the sacred and often challenging work of changing ourselves. This is a poem that can bring a sense of peace and perspective to our lives, a poem that can help us to let go of the burden of trying to fix the world and to embrace the liberating and empowering work of transforming ourselves. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to offer profound spiritual guidance in a way that is both simple and deeply moving. Poem 13. What you seek is seeking you. This short, yet incredibly powerful poem is a beautiful and reassuring expression of the law of attraction, the idea that our deepest desires are not just a one-way street, but a magnetic force that is drawing to us the very things that we are seeking. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to distill complex spiritual truths into simple and elegant language, offers a profound sense of hope and encouragement to anyone who has ever felt that their dreams are out of reach. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief in the interconnectedness of all things, the idea that we are not separate from the universe, but an integral part of it. From this perspective, our desires are not just our own, but are also the desires of the universe, the creative impulse of life itself seeking to express itself through us. The line, "What you seek is seeking you," is a powerful and evocative statement of this truth. It suggests that our deepest longings are not a sign of lack, but a sign of potential, a promise of what is to come. The poem is a call to trust, an invitation to have faith in the divine intelligence of the universe, to believe that we are being guided and supported in our journey. It is a reminder that we don't have to struggle and strive to make our dreams come true, but that we can relax and allow them to unfold in their own perfect time. Rumi's words are a soothing balm for the anxious heart, a beacon of hope for anyone who is feeling discouraged or disheartened. They are a gentle and loving reminder that we are not alone in our journey, that the universe is on our side, and that the very things we are seeking are also seeking us. This is a poem that can help us to let go of fear and doubt, to embrace a more positive and optimistic outlook on life, and to move forward with a renewed sense of faith and confidence. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to offer profound spiritual guidance in a way that is both simple and deeply moving. Poem 14. The soul has been given its own ears to hear things the mind does not understand. This profound and insightful poem speaks to the limitations of the rational mind and the boundless wisdom of the heart. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to articulate the subtle and often overlooked aspects of our inner experience, draws a clear distinction between two different ways of knowing: the intellectual understanding of the mind and the intuitive knowing of the soul. The mind, in Rumi's view, is a powerful and useful tool, but it is also a limited one. It can only understand what it can see, what it can measure, what it can analyze. It is a master of the material world, but a novice in the realm of the spirit. The soul, on the other hand, has its own ears, its own way of perceiving reality that transcends the limitations of the five senses. This is the realm of intuition, of gut feelings, of spiritual insight, of the quiet and persistent voice of the heart. The poem is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on direct experience, the idea that the deepest truths of existence cannot be learned from books or lectures, but must be experienced directly in the depths of one's own being. It is a call to cultivate a practice of inner listening, to learn to quiet the incessant chatter of the mind so that we can hear the subtle and often elusive whispers of the soul. Rumi's words are a validation of our own inner experience, a reassurance that there is a wisdom within us that is far greater than anything we can ever learn from the outside world. They are an invitation to trust ourselves, to have faith in our own intuition, and to allow the wisdom of our hearts to guide us in our lives. This is a poem that can help us to move beyond the narrow confines of the rational mind and to access the vast and largely untapped resources of our own inner wisdom. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to articulate the deepest and most profound truths of the human experience in a way that is both poetic and deeply practical. Poem 15. Let the beauty we love be what we do. Let the beauty we love be what we do. There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground. This beautiful and inspiring poem is a call to live a life of passion and purpose, a life in which our actions are a direct and authentic expression of our deepest values and our most cherished ideals. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to blend the spiritual and the practical, offers a simple yet profound recipe for a life of fulfillment and joy. The first line, "Let the beauty we love be what we do," is a powerful and evocative invitation. It is a call to identify what it is that we find truly beautiful in the world, what it is that moves us, what it is that inspires us, and to make that the central focus of our lives. This beauty is not just about aesthetics, it is about the qualities of the heart that we most admire, such as love, compassion, kindness, and generosity. The poem suggests that our work in the world should not just be a means to an end, a way to make a living, but a form of worship, a way of expressing our love for the divine. The second line, "There are hundreds of ways to kneel and kiss the ground," is a beautiful and liberating statement of spiritual pluralism. It is a reminder that there is no one right way to live a spiritual life, no one right way to express our devotion to God. The act of kneeling and kissing the ground is a metaphor for any act of reverence, any act of service, any act that is performed with a sense of love and humility. Rumi's poem is a testament to the Sufi belief that all paths lead to God, that the divine can be found in a multitude of forms and expressions. It is a call to find our own unique way of serving the world, our own unique way of expressing our love for the divine. This is a poem that can inspire us to live with greater intention, to align our actions with our values, and to find a sense of sacredness in our everyday lives. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to offer profound spiritual guidance in a way that is both poetic and deeply practical. Poem 16, Lovers Don't Finally Meet Somewhere, They're in Each Other All Along. This concise and powerful statement, which we touched upon earlier, deserves its own dedicated exploration, for it contains within it a universe of wisdom about the true nature of love. Rumi, with the precision of a master surgeon, cuts through the romantic illusions that so often cloud our understanding of this most profound of human experiences. The poem is a direct and unequivocal refutation of the idea that love is something we find outside of ourselves, a missing piece of the puzzle that we must search for in another person. Instead, Rumi presents a radical and ultimately more empowering vision of love as a state of being, a recognition of a pre-existing unity. The line, "Lovers don't finally meet somewhere," is a gentle and loving critique of the happily ever after narrative that so often dominates our cultural understanding of love. It suggests that the idea of a final destination, a point at which the search for love is over, is an illusion. Love, in Rumi's view, is not a static state, but a dynamic and ongoing process of discovery. The second line, "They're in each other all along," is a stunning and evocative statement of the interconnectedness of all beings. It is a testament to the Sufi belief in the unity of existence, the idea that at the deepest level of our being, we are all one. From this perspective, the experience of falling in love is not a meeting of two separate individuals, but a remembering of a unity that has always been there. This poem is a source of immense comfort and solace for anyone who has ever felt the pain of loneliness or the sting of unrequited love. It is a reminder that the love we are seeking is not something that can be given to us or taken away from us by another person. It is a quality of our own soul, a treasure that is already and always within us. Rumi's words are an invitation to shift our focus from seeking love to being love, from trying to find the right person to becoming the right person. This is a poem that can heal the deepest wounds of the heart, a poem that can liberate us from the endless and often frustrating search for love, and a poem that can guide us to the boundless and unconditional love that is our true and eternal home. Poem 17, Be Empty of Worrying. Think of who created thought. This powerful and direct poem is a call to mental and spiritual liberation, an invitation to step out of the prison of our own anxious thoughts and to connect with the infinite and benevolent intelligence of the universe. Rumi, with the authority of a seasoned spiritual guide, offers a simple yet profound technique for transcending the endless chatter of the mind. The command to be empty of worrying is a radical one in our modern world, where anxiety has become a pandemic and worrying has become a national pastime. Rumi suggests that this state of constant worry is not an inevitable part of the human condition, but a self-imposed form of suffering that we have the power to overcome. He does not offer a complicated set of instructions or a 10-step program for achieving this state of inner peace. Instead, he points us to a single, powerful, and transformative practice. Think of who created thought. This is not just a clever turn of phrase, it is a profound spiritual teaching. Rumi is inviting us to shift our attention from the content of our thoughts to the source of our thoughts. He is reminding us that we are not our thoughts, that we are the awareness in which our thoughts arise. By turning our attention to the creator of thought, to the silent and formless consciousness that is the ground of our being, we can begin to disidentify from the endless stream of our thinking and to experience a sense of spaciousness and peace. The poem is a testament to the Sufi practice of dhikr, or remembrance of God, the constant and conscious effort to keep our attention focused on the divine. It is a reminder that the ultimate antidote to worry is not to think more, but to think less, to let go of our obsessive need to control and to surrender to the wisdom and grace of a higher power. Rumi's words are a lifeline for anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by their own anxious thoughts. They are a simple yet powerful tool for cultivating a state of inner peace, a state of trust, and a state of deep and abiding connection to the divine. This is a poem that can quiet the noisy mind, that can soothe the troubled heart, and that can open us to a new and more liberating way of being. Poem 18. Raise your words, not your voice. Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. This beautiful and insightful poem is a timeless piece of wisdom about the power of gentle and thoughtful communication. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to use the natural world as a source of spiritual metaphor, offers a simple yet profound lesson in the art of persuasion and influence. The poem draws a stark contrast between two different ways of trying to get our message across: the loud and aggressive approach of raising your voice, and the gentle and life-giving approach of raising your words. The first approach, symbolized by thunder, is all about force and intimidation. It is the approach of the bully, the demagogue, the one who tries to impose their will on others through sheer volume and aggression. While this approach may create a lot of noise and may even achieve short-term results, Rumi suggests that it is ultimately destructive, a force that frightens and repels rather than persuades and inspires. The second approach, symbolized by rain, is all about nourishment and cultivation. It is the approach of the teacher, the poet, the peacemaker, the one who seeks to connect with others through the power of reason, empathy, and eloquence. This approach is not about overpowering others, but about nurturing the seeds of understanding and compassion that lie within every human heart. The poem is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on adab, or courtesy and right conduct, the idea that the way we communicate is just as important as what we communicate. It is a reminder that true power lies not in our ability to dominate others, but in our ability to inspire and to uplift them. Rumi's words are a valuable lesson for all of us in our personal relationships, in our professional lives, and in our role as citizens of the world. They are an invitation to choose our words carefully, to speak with kindness and respect, and to remember that the most effective way to change the world is not through the thunder of our anger, but through the gentle and life-giving rain of our wisdom and our love. Poem 19. I am not this hair, I am not this skin. I am not this hair, I am not this skin, I am the soul that lives within. This simple and profound poem is a powerful declaration of our true identity, a reminder that we are not our physical bodies, but the eternal and indestructible soul that animates them. Rumi, with the directness and clarity of a spiritual master, cuts through the illusion of our material existence and points us to the timeless and formless reality of our own being. The poem is a meditation on the nature of the self, an invitation to disidentify from the transient and ever-changing aspects of our personality and to connect with the unchanging and eternal essence of our soul. The first two lines, I am not this hair, I am not this skin, are a systematic dismantling of our conventional sense of identity. Our hair, our skin, our bodies, our thoughts, our emotions, our beliefs, all of these are a part of our human experience, but they are not who we are. They are the clothes that we wear, the roles that we play, the stories that we tell ourselves, but they are not the true and essential self. The final line, I am the soul that lives within, is a powerful and liberating affirmation of our spiritual nature. It is a reminder that we are not just human beings having a spiritual experience, but spiritual beings having a human experience. The poem is a testament to the core teaching of all the great mystical traditions, that our true identity is not to be found in the world of form, but in the world of spirit, that we are not separate and isolated individuals, but sparks of the divine, droplets in the ocean of consciousness. Rumi's words are a source of immense comfort and solace, especially in a world that so often judges us by our outward appearance. They are a reminder that our true worth lies not in how we look, but in who we are, not in what we have, but in what we are. This is a poem that can help us to cultivate a deeper and more authentic sense of self. A poem that can liberate us from the fear of death and the tyranny of the ego, and a poem that can open us to the boundless and eternal love that is the very essence of our being. Poem 20. Grief can be the garden of compassion. Grief can be the garden of compassion. If you keep your heart open through everything, your pain can become your greatest ally in your life's search for love and wisdom. This profound and comforting poem is a testament to Rumi's deep understanding of the human heart, his ability to find meaning and purpose in even the most painful of human experiences. The poem is a radical reframing of grief, transforming it from a barren wasteland of despair into a fertile garden where the seeds of compassion can be sown. The metaphor of a garden of compassion is a beautiful and evocative one. It suggests that our pain, if we are willing to tend to it with courage and consciousness, can become a source of nourishment, a place where we can cultivate a deeper and more profound connection to ourselves and to others. The poem is a challenge to our natural tendency to close our hearts in the face of pain, to numb ourselves to the raw and often overwhelming experience of grief. Rumi's instruction to keep your heart open through everything is a call to courage, an invitation to stay present with our pain, to feel it fully, and to allow it to move through us without resistance. The promise that our pain can become our greatest ally is a powerful and transformative one. It is a testament to the alchemical power of love, its ability to transmute our suffering into wisdom, our pain into compassion. When we allow ourselves to feel our own grief, we open ourselves to the grief of the world. We develop a deeper empathy for the suffering of others, and we become more capable of offering them our love and support. Rumi's words are a source of immense comfort and solace for anyone who is navigating the difficult and often lonely terrain of grief. They are a reminder that our pain is not a sign of weakness, but a sign of our capacity to love, and that our broken hearts, if we are willing to tend to them with care, can become a source of immense strength and wisdom. This is a poem that can help us to heal, to grow, and to transform our deepest wounds into our greatest gifts. Poem 21. There is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is a candle in your heart, ready to be kindled. There is a void in your soul, ready to be filled. You feel it, don't you? This beautiful and inspiring poem is a gentle yet powerful call to awaken to our own inner potential, to recognize the divine light and the boundless love that reside within each and every one of us. Rumi, with the tender touch of a loving friend, speaks directly to the deepest longings of the human heart. The metaphor of a candle in your heart is a timeless and universal symbol of the divine spark that lies dormant within every human soul. It is the light of awareness, the flame of love, the spark of creativity, the potential for goodness and compassion that is our birthright. The phrase "ready to be kindled" is a hopeful and empowering one. It suggests that this inner light is not something we have to create, but something that is already there, waiting patiently to be ignited. The second metaphor of a void in your soul ready to be filled speaks to the sense of emptiness and longing that so many of us experience. This is the divine discontent of the spiritual seeker, the feeling that there must be more to life than the endless pursuit of material possessions and worldly success. Rumi suggests that this feeling of emptiness is not a sign that there is something wrong with us, but a sign that there is something right with us. It is the call of the soul, the yearning for a deeper connection to the divine, the longing to fill the void within us with the boundless and unconditional love that is our true and eternal home. The final line, "You feel it, don't you?" is a direct and intimate appeal to our own inner experience. It is a gentle and loving nudge, a quiet and reassuring whisper that validates our own deepest feelings and intuitions. This poem is a beautiful and inspiring reminder that we are not just flawed and imperfect human beings, but divine beings in human form. that we have within us a boundless capacity for love, for wisdom, and for joy. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to speak directly to the soul and to awaken us to the magnificent truth of who we really are. Poem 22. Set your life on fire. Seek those who fan your flames. This passionate and electrifying poem is a call to live a life of fierce and unapologetic intensity, a life that is fully and completely dedicated to the pursuit of our deepest passions and our highest calling. Rumi, with the fiery energy of a spiritual revolutionary, challenges us to break free from the lukewarm and mediocre existence that so often passes for a normal life. The command to set your life on fire is a powerful and evocative one. It is not a call to literal self-immolation, but a metaphor for a life lived with total commitment, a life in which we are willing to burn away everything that is false, everything that is inauthentic, everything that is holding us back from our own greatness. This is the fire of love, the fire of passion, the fire of spiritual devotion, the fire that consumes the ego and purifies the heart. The second part of the poem, Seek Those Who Fan Your Flames, is a crucial and often overlooked piece of wisdom. It is a reminder that the spiritual journey is not a solitary one, that we need the support and encouragement of like-minded souls to keep our own inner fire burning brightly. These are the teachers, the mentors, the friends, the soul companions who see the best in us, who believe in our dreams, and who inspire us to become the highest and fullest expression of ourselves. The poem is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on sohbet, or spiritual companionship. The idea that our spiritual growth is greatly accelerated when we surround ourselves with people who are on the same path, who share our values, and who are committed to the same goal of spiritual awakening. Rumi's words are a wake-up call to all of us who have been playing it safe, who have been hiding our light, who have been settling for a life that is less than the one we are capable of living. They are an invitation to step into our own power, to embrace our own passion, and to create a life that is a blazing and beautiful testament to the fire of the human spirit. Poem 23. Knock, and he'll open the door. Knock, and he'll open the door. Vanish, and he'll make you shine like the sun. Fall, and he'll raise you to the heavens. Become nothing, and he'll turn you into everything. This profound and paradoxical poem is a roadmap to spiritual liberation, a guide to the alchemical process of self-transformation that lies at the heart of the mystical path. Rumi, with the wisdom and authority of a seasoned spiritual master, outlines the 4 key stages of the journey to God: seeking, surrendering, humbling oneself, and finally, annihilating the ego. The first line, knock and he'll open the door, is a simple and reassuring promise to the spiritual seeker. It is a testament to the Sufi belief that the divine is not distant or inaccessible, but is always and already present, waiting patiently for us to turn our attention towards it. The act of knocking is a metaphor for any form of spiritual practice, any sincere and heartfelt effort to connect with the divine. The second line, vanish, and he'll make you shine like the sun, speaks to the necessity of surrendering the ego. To vanish is to let go of our attachment to our own individual identity, to our own plans, our own desires, our own fears. It is to become a clear and empty vessel, so that the light of the divine can shine through us, unimpeded by the clouds of the ego. The third line, fall, and he'll raise you to the heavens, is a call to humility. To fall is to acknowledge our own limitations, our own powerlessness, our own utter dependence on the grace of the divine. It is to let go of our pride, our arrogance, our self-righteousness, and to surrender to the wisdom and guidance of a higher power. The final line, become nothing, and he'll turn you into everything, is the ultimate paradox of the spiritual path. It is the state of fana, or annihilation, the complete and utter dissolution of the individual self in the boundless ocean of divine consciousness. It is in this state of nothingness that we discover our true and eternal nature, that we realize that we are not separate from the divine, but are in fact a part of everything. This poem is a beautiful and powerful summary of the entire mystical journey, a testament to the transformative power of surrender, humility, and self-annihilation. It is a guide for all of us who are seeking a deeper connection to the divine, a promise that if we are willing to do the work, the rewards will be infinite. Poem 24. Sell your cleverness and buy bewilderment. This provocative and paradoxical poem is a challenge to the supremacy of the rational mind, an invitation to let go of our need for certainty and to embrace the mystery and wonder of existence. Rumi, with his characteristic wit and wisdom, suggests that our cleverness, our intellectual understanding of the world, can often be a barrier to a deeper and more profound experience of reality. The command to sell your cleverness is a startling and counterintuitive one. In our modern world, cleverness is a highly valued commodity, a key to success and a source of social status. Rumi, however, suggests that this cleverness can also be a form of spiritual poverty, a self-imposed prison that keeps us trapped in the narrow confines of our own minds. To sell our cleverness is to let go of our attachment to our own ideas, our own beliefs, our own opinions. It is to cultivate a sense of intellectual humility, to acknowledge that there is a wisdom that is far greater than anything we can ever grasp with our rational minds. The invitation to buy bewilderment is a beautiful and evocative one. Bewilderment, in this context, is not a state of confusion or ignorance, but a state of awe and wonder, a state of open and receptive curiosity. It is the state of the beginner's mind, the mind that is not cluttered with preconceived notions and fixed ideas, the mind that is able to see the world with fresh eyes. The poem is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on hayrat, or wonder. The idea that the path to God is a path of ever-increasing awe and astonishment. It is a reminder that the universe is a mystery that is far too vast and too profound to be contained within the small box of our human intellect. Rumi's words are a liberation from the tyranny of the known, an invitation to step into the unknown with a sense of adventure and excitement. This is a poem that can help us to cultivate a more open and receptive mind. A poem that can help us to see the magic and the mystery in the everyday, and a poem that can ultimately lead us to a deeper and more intimate connection with the divine. Poem 25. Goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes. Goodbyes are only for those who love with their eyes. Because for those who love with heart and soul, there is no such thing as separation. This beautiful and comforting poem offers a profound and uplifting perspective on the nature of love and loss. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to soothe the grieving heart, suggests that the pain of separation is an illusion, a product of our limited and material understanding of the world. The poem draws a clear distinction between two different kinds of love, the love of the eyes and the love of the heart and soul. The love of the eyes is a love that is based on physical presence, on the outward form of the beloved. It is a love that is subject to the limitations of time and space, a love that is vulnerable to the pain of separation and loss. The love of the heart and soul, on the other hand, is a love that transcends the physical. It is a love that is based on a deep and abiding connection of the spirit, a love that is not diminished by distance or even by death. The line, "There is no such thing as separation," is a powerful and liberating statement of this truth. It is a testament to the Sufi belief in the eternal and indestructible nature of the soul, the idea that the bonds of true love are not broken by the passing of the physical body. The poem is a source of immense comfort and solace for anyone who is grieving the loss of a loved one. It is a reminder that the love we shared with them is not gone, but has simply changed its form, that the connection we have with them is not in the past, but is a living and present reality. Rumi's words are a gentle and loving invitation to shift our focus from the pain of their absence to the love that is still and always present in our hearts. This is a poem that can help us to heal from the wounds of loss, a poem that can help us to find a sense of peace and continuity in the face of death, and a poem that can ultimately lead us to a deeper and more profound understanding of the eternal and unchanging nature of love. Poem 26. The world is a mountain in which your words are echoed back to you. This insightful and thought-provoking poem is a powerful metaphor for the law of karma, the principle that our actions and our words have a way of coming back to us. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to use the natural world to illustrate profound spiritual truths, offers a simple yet compelling image of the interconnectedness of all things. The metaphor of the world as a mountain is a beautiful and evocative one. It suggests a vast and impersonal landscape, a reality that is not invested in our personal dramas, but that simply reflects back to us the energy that we put out. The image of our words being echoed back to you is a clear and direct illustration of the principle of cause and effect. It is a reminder that we are the creators of our own reality, that the experiences we have in our lives are not random or arbitrary, but are a direct result of our own thoughts, words, and actions. The poem is a call to self-responsibility, an invitation to take ownership of our lives and to recognize the power that we have to shape our own destiny. It is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on conscious and intentional living, the idea that every moment is an opportunity to sow the seeds of a better future. Rumi's words are a gentle and loving warning to be mindful of what we say and do, to be aware of the impact that our words and actions have on the world around us. They are a reminder that the world is a mirror, and that if we want to see love, kindness, and compassion in the world, we must first be the source of that love, kindness, and compassion ourselves. This is a poem that can help us to live with greater awareness, to make more conscious choices, and to create a life that is a beautiful and harmonious reflection of our own highest values. Poem 27. You are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in a drop. This breathtaking and empowering poem is a profound and beautiful expression of the divine potential that lies within each and every one of us. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to use language to expand our sense of self, offers a radical and liberating reframing of our place in the universe. The poem begins by challenging the common and often diminishing metaphor of being a drop in the ocean. This metaphor, while it can be used to express a sense of humility and interconnectedness, can also be interpreted as a statement of our own insignificance, our own powerlessness in the face of the vastness of existence. Rumi turns this metaphor on its head with the stunning and audacious claim, "You are the entire ocean in a drop." This is not just a clever play on words, it is a profound spiritual teaching. It is a testament to the holographic nature of the universe, the idea that the whole is contained in every part. It is a reminder that we are not just a small and insignificant part of the divine, but that we are the divine in miniature, that we contain within us all the qualities, all the power, all the wisdom, and all the love of the entire universe. The poem is a call to awaken to our own divinity, to recognize the boundless and infinite nature of our own being. It is a testament to the core teaching of all the great mystical traditions, that the kingdom of heaven is within us, that we are made in the image of God, that we are one with the creative force of the universe. Rumi's words are a powerful antidote to the feelings of smallness and inadequacy that so often plague us. They are an invitation to step into our own greatness, to own our own power, and to live a life that is a worthy and beautiful expression of the magnificent and divine beings that we truly are. This is a poem that can change our lives, a poem that can heal our deepest wounds, and a poem that can awaken us to the glorious and liberating truth of our own divine nature. Poem 28. The lion is most handsome when looking for food. This short, yet powerful and evocative poem is a celebration of purpose, a testament to the beauty and vitality that we exude when we are fully engaged in the pursuit of our passions and our calling. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to find profound spiritual lessons in the natural world, uses the image of a hunting lion to illustrate the power and allure of a life lived with intention and focus. The lion, in this poem, is not a symbol of aggression or violence, but a symbol of power, of grace, and of single-minded determination. When the lion is looking for food, it is not just satisfying a physical hunger, it is fulfilling its essential nature. It is expressing its unique and powerful gifts. It is in this state of focused and intentional action that the lion is most handsome, most fully and completely itself. The poem is a beautiful and inspiring metaphor for the human experience. It suggests that we too are at our most beautiful, our most alive, our most compelling when we are actively engaged in the pursuit of what we love. This is not about the pursuit of fame or fortune, but about the pursuit of our own unique and personal food, the things that nourish our souls, the things that bring us a sense of meaning and purpose. The poem is a call to action, an invitation to identify our own deepest passions and to pursue them with the same fierce and unapologetic determination as a hunting lion. It is a testament to the Sufi belief that our work in the world is not just a means of survival, but a sacred and holy calling, a way of expressing our devotion to the divine. Rumi's words are a powerful and inspiring reminder to live a life of purpose, to find what it is that makes us come alive, and to pursue it with all of our heart, all of our soul, and all of our strength. Poem 29. If you are irritated by every rub, how will your mirror be polished? This insightful and challenging poem is a profound piece of wisdom about the transformative power of adversity. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to use everyday metaphors to illustrate deep spiritual truths, offers a powerful and encouraging perspective on the role of challenges and difficulties in our lives. The metaphor of a mirror being polished is a beautiful and evocative one. A mirror, in the Sufi tradition, is a symbol of the heart, the spiritual center of our being. A polished mirror is a heart that is clear and pure, a heart that is able to reflect the light of the divine without distortion. The rubs of the poem are a metaphor for all the irritations, all the challenges, all the difficulties that we face in our lives. These are the things that we so often try to avoid, the things that we complain about, the things that we see as obstacles to our happiness. Rumi, however, suggests that these very rubs are the essential and necessary tools for our spiritual growth. Just as a mirror cannot be polished without friction, so too our hearts cannot be purified without the challenges and difficulties that life presents to us. The poem is a call to change our perspective, to see our challenges not as problems but as opportunities, not as curses but as blessings in disguise. It is a testament to the Sufi belief in the alchemical power of suffering, its ability to break us open, to soften our hearts, and to polish the mirror of our souls so that we can more clearly reflect the beauty and the love of the divine. Rumi's words are a source of strength and encouragement for anyone who is going through a difficult time. They are a reminder that our challenges are not a sign that we are doing something wrong, but a sign that we are on the path of growth, and that the very things that are causing us pain are also the very things that are leading us to a deeper and more profound experience of our own divine nature. Poem 30. The moon stays bright when it doesn't avoid the night. This beautiful and poetic line is a profound meditation on the relationship between light and darkness, between joy and sorrow, between the positive and negative experiences of our lives. Rumi, with his characteristic ability to find deep spiritual wisdom in the cycles of the natural world, offers a simple yet powerful lesson in the art of embracing the totality of our human experience. The moon in this poem is a symbol of our own inner light, our own spiritual essence, our own capacity for joy, for love, and for wisdom. The night is a symbol of the darkness that we all experience in our lives, the times of sorrow, of loss, of confusion, of despair. The poem suggests that the moon does not try to avoid the night. It does not fight against the darkness, it does not complain about the darkness, it does not pretend that the darkness is not there. Instead, the moon simply continues to shine its light, to be itself in the midst of the darkness. And it is precisely because the moon does not avoid the night that its light appears so bright, so beautiful, so radiant. The poem is a call to a similar kind of courage and acceptance in our own lives. It is an invitation to stop resisting our own darkness, to stop fighting against our own pain, to stop pretending that we are always happy and always strong. It is a testament to the Sufi belief that our light is not diminished by our darkness, but is in fact enhanced by it. It is in the crucible of our own suffering that our own inner light is forged, that our own strength is tested, that our own compassion is born. Rumi's words are a source of immense comfort and solace for anyone who is struggling with the darkness in their own lives. They are a reminder that our pain is not a sign of our weakness, but a sign of our humanity, and that our own inner light, if we are willing to let it shine, can illuminate even the darkest of nights. Poem 31 responds to every call that excites your spirit. This simple, yet powerful and liberating statement is a direct and unambiguous command to follow the path of joy, to listen to the inner voice of inspiration, and to trust the guidance of our own hearts. Rumi, acting as a compassionate and empowering spiritual guide, offers a clear and straightforward principle for a life of purpose and fulfillment. The instruction is not to follow a rigid set of external rules or to adhere to a prescribed dogma, but to pay attention to the internal compass of our own spirit. The word call is significant. It implies something that comes from beyond our conscious, rational mind. It is the whisper of intuition, the pull of a deep-seated passion, the sudden and inexplicable urge to move in a new direction. The key qualifier is that this call must excite your spirit. This is the litmus test Rumi provides. It is not about chasing fleeting pleasures or succumbing to every whim of the ego. It is about discerning those activities, those people, those ideas that genuinely resonate with our deepest being, that make us feel alive, expansive, and aligned with our true purpose. This poem is a profound testament to the Sufi belief in the divine intelligence of the heart. It is a radical act of trust in the inner self, a declaration that our deepest joys are not frivolous distractions, but are, in fact, sacred signposts pointing us toward our destiny. It is a liberation from the tyranny of shoulds and oughts that so often dictate the course of our lives. Rumi's words are a permission slip to pursue our dreams, to explore our curiosities, and to build a life that is a true and vibrant expression of our own unique soul. It's an inspirational message that challenges us to live with courage, to honor the stirrings of our own spirit, and to have faith that the path of joy is ultimately the path of wisdom. A life guided by this principle is not just a life of happiness, but a life of sacred service, for when we do what excites our spirit, we are sharing our most authentic and valuable gifts with the world. Poem 32. Why are you so enchanted by this world when a mine of gold lies within you? This penetrating and thought-provoking question is a classic Rumi-style wake-up call, a loving and direct challenge to our misplaced priorities and our externalized search for happiness. With the gentle but firm tone of a master teacher, Rumi points out the fundamental error of human seeking. We are mesmerized by the glittering but ultimately transient treasures of the external world, while remaining oblivious to the infinite and eternal riches that lie within our own souls. The enchantment with the world is a perfect description of the hypnotic spell that material possessions, social status, and sensory pleasures can cast upon us. We chase after these things with a desperate and often unconscious fervor, believing that they hold the key to our fulfillment. Rumi, however, sees this as a profound and tragic case of mistaken identity. He reminds us that we are not beggars, desperately seeking scraps of happiness from the outside world. We are kings and queens sitting on a mine of gold, a boundless reservoir of love, peace, and joy that is our own innate and divine nature. This mine of gold is a powerful and evocative metaphor for the soul, the Atman, the divine spark that is the essence of our being. It is a treasure that cannot be bought, sold, or stolen. It is a wealth that does not diminish with use, but in fact grows stronger the more we share it. The poem is a profound call to introspection, an invitation to shift our gaze from the outside to the inside, to embark on the inner journey of self-discovery. It is a testament to the core teaching of all mystical traditions that the kingdom of heaven is not a place we go to, but a reality we awaken to within ourselves. Rumi's question is not a judgment, but a loving and compassionate invitation to remember who we truly are. It is a poem that can shatter our illusions, reorient our priorities, and set us on the path to discovering the true and lasting treasure that is our own divine and magnificent self. Poem 33. In your light, I learn how to love. In your beauty, how to make poems. In your light, I learn how to love. In your beauty, how to make poems. You dance inside my chest where no one sees you, but sometimes I do, and that sight becomes this art. This exquisite and deeply personal poem is a sublime expression of mystical love, a testament to the transformative and inspirational power of the divine beloved. Rumi, in these intimate and heartfelt lines, reveals the source of his own creative genius, a direct and personal experience of the divine presence that he perceives as both light and beauty. The first two lines, in your light, I learn how to love. In your beauty, how to make poems, establish a direct and causal link between the divine and the human. Love, for Rumi, is not just a human emotion. It is a learned response to the divine light, a reflection of the infinite and unconditional love that flows from the source of all being. Similarly, his poetry is not just a product of his own cleverness or skill, it is a response to the divine beauty, an attempt to capture in words the ineffable and breathtaking splendor of the beloved. The poem then shifts from the external to the internal with the stunning and intimate image, you dance inside my chest where no one sees you. This is the secret and sacred heart of the mystical experience, the inner communion with the divine that is the source of all true spirituality. The dance is a perfect metaphor for the dynamic, joyful, and ever-present reality of the divine within. It is not a static concept, but a living, breathing, and vibrant presence. The final line, but sometimes I do, and that sight becomes this art, is a beautiful and humble acknowledgement of the fleeting and grace-filled nature of these mystical glimpses. Rumi does not claim to see the divine at all times. He is a humble and grateful recipient of these occasional and precious moments of vision. And it is these moments, these sights, that are the raw material of his art, the inspiration for the poems that have touched and transformed the hearts of millions. This poem is a love letter to the divine, a testament to the power of a heart that is open to the beauty and the mystery of the unseen world. It is a reminder that the greatest art, the deepest love, and the most profound wisdom are not products of the ego, but gifts of the soul. Poem 34. I have been a seeker, and I still am, but I stopped asking the books and the stars. I started listening to the teaching of my soul. This profound and empowering poem charts the evolution of the spiritual journey, the movement from an external search for answers to an internal process of listening to the wisdom of one's own soul. Rumi, with the clarity and authority of one who has walked the path, shares a crucial and liberating insight for all fellow seekers. The poem begins with the honest and humble admission, I have been a seeker and I still am. This is a testament to the fact that the spiritual journey is not a linear path with a final destination, but an ongoing process of growth and discovery. Rumi does not present himself as a perfected master who has all the answers, but as a fellow traveler on the path. The turning point in his journey is described in the second line, but I stopped asking the books and the stars. This is a powerful and significant statement. The books represent all the external sources of knowledge, the scriptures, the dogmas, the philosophies, the teachings of others. The stars represent the search for answers in the external world, the attempt to find meaning and purpose in signs and omens. While these external sources can be valuable and inspiring, Rumi suggests that they can also become a form of spiritual dependency, a substitute for the direct and personal experience of the divine. The final line, "I started listening to the teaching of my soul," is the key to the entire poem. It is a declaration of spiritual independence, a recognition that the ultimate source of wisdom and guidance lies not in the outside world, but within our own hearts. The teaching of my soul is the voice of intuition, the whisper of conscience, the deep and quiet knowing that is our own innate and divine intelligence. This poem is a powerful and liberating message for all of us who have ever felt lost or confused on our spiritual path. It is an invitation to turn our attention inward, to cultivate a practice of deep and attentive listening, and to trust the wisdom that is already and always present within us. It is a testament to the enduring power of Rumi's wisdom, his ability to guide us back to ourselves, to the one true teacher who resides in the sacred sanctuary of our own soul. Poem 35, "Let silence be the art you practice." This short, yet incredibly profound and challenging poem is a call to a deeper and more subtle form of spiritual practice, a form of practice that is often overlooked in our noisy and action-oriented world. Rumi, with the minimalist elegance of a Zen master, invites us to cultivate the art of silence, to discover the wisdom and the power that lie hidden in the spaces between our words and our thoughts. The idea of silence as an art is a beautiful and transformative one. It suggests that silence is not just the absence of noise, but a conscious and intentional practice, a skill that can be cultivated and refined over time. Just as a painter learns to use color and a musician learns to use sound, so too the spiritual seeker must learn to use silence. The art of silence is the art of listening, the art of being present, the art of letting go of the incessant chatter of the mind. It is the art of creating a space within ourselves where the voice of the soul can be heard. This poem is a gentle and loving critique of our modern culture's addiction to noise and distraction. We are constantly bombarded with information, with entertainment, with the opinions of others. We have become so accustomed to the noise that we are often afraid of silence. We fill every empty moment with sound, with activity, with anything to avoid the discomfort of being alone with ourselves. Rumi's poem is an invitation to break this addiction, to find the courage to turn off the noise and to enter into the sacred and transformative space of our own inner silence. It is a testament to the Sufi belief that the deepest truths of existence cannot be found in words or concepts, but can only be experienced in the silent depths of the heart. This is a poem that can be a powerful and transformative practice in itself. To sit with these words, to let them sink into our being, to allow them to guide us into a state of deep and receptive silence. This is a path to a more peaceful, a more centered, and a more spiritually connected way of being. Poem 36. I belong to no religion. My religion is love. I belong to no religion. My religion is love. Every heart is my temple. This bold and liberating declaration is a powerful and timeless statement of universal spirituality, a testament to Rumi's ability to transcend the narrow and often divisive boundaries of organized religion. With the fearless and uncompromising spirit of a true mystic, Rumi proclaims a religion that is not based on dogma, on ritual, or on creed, but on the direct and personal experience of love. The first line, I belong to no religion, is a radical and provocative statement, especially coming from a 13th century Islamic scholar. It is not a rejection of Islam, but a rejection of the tribal and exclusionary mindset that so often accompanies religious identity. Rumi is not saying that he is an atheist or an agnostic. He is saying that his spiritual identity is not defined by the label of any particular religion. His loyalty is not to a specific institution, but to the universal and all-embracing truth that lies at the heart of all religions. The second line, "My religion is love," is the core of the poem, the beautiful and simple truth that is the foundation of Rumi's entire spiritual philosophy. Love, for Rumi, is not just a human emotion. It is the fundamental reality of the universe, the creative force that brings all things into being, the divine essence that resides within every human heart. To make love one's religion is to live a life that is dedicated to the cultivation and expression of this divine love in all its forms. The final line, "Every heart is my temple," is a stunning and beautiful expression of this universal and all-embracing love. It is a recognition of the sacredness of every human being, regardless of their race, their religion, or their background. It is a call to see the divine not just in our own temples and our own holy books, but in the heart of every person we meet. This poem is a powerful and inspiring vision of a world united not by a single religion, but by a shared commitment to the universal and unconditional love that is the birthright of every human soul. Poem 37. Your heart is the size of an ocean. Go find yourself in its hidden depths. This beautiful and inspiring poem is an invitation to embark on the inner journey of self-discovery, a journey into the vast and largely unexplored territory of our own hearts. Rumi, with the gentle and encouraging voice of a wise guide, reminds us of the immense and untapped potential that lies within each and every one of us. The metaphor of the heart as an ocean is a powerful and evocative one. It suggests a reality that is vast, deep, and full of mystery. Our hearts are not just the seat of our emotions, they are the home of our soul, the source of our wisdom, the wellspring of our love. Just as the ocean contains within it a multitude of hidden treasures and undiscovered worlds, so too our hearts contain within them a boundless capacity for love, for joy, for peace, and for wisdom. The command to go find yourself in its hidden depths is a call to introspection, a call to move beyond the shallow and superficial aspects of our being and to explore the deeper and more authentic dimensions of our own consciousness. This is not a journey for the faint of heart. It requires courage, it requires patience, and it requires a willingness to face the parts of ourselves that we have hidden away in the shadows. But the promise of this journey is immense. The discovery of our own true nature, the realization of our own divine potential, the experience of a love that is as vast and as boundless as the ocean itself. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief that the journey to God is not an outward journey to a distant heaven, but an inward journey to the depths of our own hearts. Rumi's words are a loving and empowering encouragement to all of us who are seeking a deeper and more meaningful life. They are a reminder that the greatest adventure we can ever embark on is the journey into the sacred and mysterious landscape of our own soul. Poem 38. When the world pushes you to your knees, you're in the perfect position to pray. This wise and comforting poem is a profound reframing of despair, a testament to Rumi's ability to find a sacred and transformative purpose in even the most difficult and painful of human experiences. With the compassionate and reassuring voice of a spiritual friend, Rumi offers a beacon of hope to anyone who has ever felt overwhelmed by the challenges and hardships of life. The image of the world pushing you to your knees is a powerful and relatable one. It is a metaphor for those moments in our lives when we feel utterly defeated, when we have exhausted all of our own strength, when we have come to the end of our own resources. These are the moments that we so often dread, the moments that we see as a sign of our own failure and weakness. Rumi, however, suggests that these very moments are a sacred and holy opportunity. He reminds us that when we are on our knees, we are in the perfect position to pray. Prayer, in this context, is not just a matter of reciting words or asking for favors. It is an act of surrender, an act of humility, an act of opening ourselves to a power that is greater than our own. It is the recognition that we cannot do it all alone, that we need the help and the guidance of the divine. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief that our greatest strength is often found in our greatest weakness. It is when we are at our most vulnerable, when we have let go of our pride and our self-reliance, that we are most open to the grace and the love of the divine. Rumi's words are a source of immense comfort and solace for anyone who is going through a difficult time. They are a reminder that our moments of despair are not a dead end, but a doorway, a sacred and holy opening to a deeper and more intimate connection with the divine. This is a poem that can help us to find strength in our weakness, hope in our despair, and a profound and unshakable faith in the midst of our darkest nights. Poem 39. Stop acting so small. You are the universe in ecstatic motion. This exhilarating and empowering poem is a magnificent and audacious declaration of our own divine nature, a powerful and passionate call to awaken to the immense and glorious truth of who we really are. Rumi, with the fiery and uncompromising energy of a spiritual revolutionary, shatters our limited and self-deprecating images of ourselves and replaces them with a vision of our own infinite and cosmic significance. The command to stop acting so small is a direct and loving challenge to the voice of the ego, the part of us that is constantly telling us that we are not good enough, that we are not worthy enough, that we are not powerful enough. This small and fearful self is a self-imposed prison, a cage that keeps us from experiencing the boundless freedom and the ecstatic joy that is our birthright. Rumi's words are a key that can unlock this cage, a sledgehammer that can shatter its bars. The second part of the poem, You are the universe in ecstatic motion, is one of the most powerful and beautiful descriptions of the human potential ever written. It is not just a poetic flourish, it is a profound and literal statement of mystical truth. It is a testament to the Sufi belief that we are not separate from the universe, but are in fact a microcosm of the macrocosm, a holographic reflection of the entire cosmos. The phrase ecstatic motion is a perfect description of the dynamic and joyful nature of this cosmic self. It is the dance of Shiva, the whirling of the dervishes, the creative and ever-expanding energy of life itself. The poem is a call to align ourselves with this ecstatic and universal energy, to let it flow through us, to become a conscious and willing participant in the cosmic dance. Rumi's words are a powerful and life-altering invitation to step into our own greatness, to own our own divinity, and to live a life that is a worthy and beautiful expression of the magnificent and cosmic beings that we truly are. This is a poem that can heal our deepest wounds of self-worth, a poem that can ignite a fire in our souls, and a poem that can awaken us to a new and glorious vision of our own unlimited potential. Poem 40. The breeze at dawn has secrets to tell you. Don't go back to sleep. This beautiful and evocative line, part of a longer poem we explored earlier, stands on its own as a powerful and urgent call to spiritual wakefulness, a reminder of the precious and fleeting nature of the opportunities for divine communion that are offered to us each and every day. Rumi, with the gentle yet insistent voice of a spiritual guide, urges us to resist the seductive pull of spiritual slumber and to open ourselves to the subtle and sacred messages that are all around us. The image of the breeze at dawn is a beautiful and poignant one. The dawn is a time of new beginnings, a time of quiet and stillness, a time when the veil between the worlds is thin. The breeze is a symbol of the divine breath, the ruh of the Sufi tradition, the subtle and invisible energy that animates all of life. This breeze has secrets to tell you, secrets about the nature of reality, secrets about the purpose of your life, secrets about the boundless and unconditional love that is the heart of all creation. These are not secrets that can be found in books or lectures. They are secrets that can only be heard in the quiet and receptive stillness of a listening heart. The command, "Don't go back to sleep," is a powerful and repeated mantra in Rumi's poetry. It is a plea to resist the inertia of our old habits, the comfort of our old beliefs, the seductive numbness of a life lived on autopilot. It is a call to choose consciousness over unconsciousness, to choose wakefulness over slumber, to choose the path of the spiritual warrior over the path of the spiritual tourist. Rumi's words are a gentle and loving alarm clock for the soul, a reminder that every moment is a precious and unrepeatable opportunity to connect with the divine. This is a poem that can inspire us to wake up a little earlier, to create a space of quiet and stillness in our lives, and to listen with a new and more attentive heart to the sacred and secret messages that the universe is whispering to us in every moment. Poem 41, Live Life as if everything is rigged in your favor. This bold, audacious, and profoundly optimistic statement is a radical reframing of our relationship with the universe, an invitation to adopt a mindset of unwavering trust and faith in the benevolent and supportive nature of existence. Rumi, acting as a cosmic life coach, offers a powerful and transformative affirmation that has the potential to reshape our entire experience of reality. The idea that everything is rigged in your favor is a direct challenge to the cynical and fearful worldview that so often dominates our culture. We are taught to be cautious, to be skeptical, to be prepared for the worst. We are told that life is a struggle, a competition, a random and meaningless series of events. Rumi, however, invites us to consider a radically different possibility, that the universe is not neutral or hostile, but is in fact actively and passionately on our side, conspiring at every moment to bring us our highest good. This is not a call to naive and passive wishful thinking. It is a call to a conscious and intentional way of being, a way of being that is based on the principles of co-creation and alignment. To live life as if everything is rigged in our favor is to actively look for the evidence of this benevolent conspiracy, to see the blessings in our challenges, the opportunities in our obstacles, the love in our losses. It is to align our own thoughts, words, and actions with this optimistic and empowering belief, to become a conscious and willing partner in the creation of our own joyful and abundant reality. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief in the infinite grace and generosity of the divine. It is a reminder that we are not alone in our journey, that we are held and supported by a loving and intelligent universe that wants nothing more than for us to be happy, to be fulfilled, and to be free. Rumi's words are a powerful and life-altering mantra, a daily practice that can help us to shift our perspective, to raise our vibration, and to attract into our lives the very experiences that we most deeply desire. Poem 42, It's your road, and yours alone. Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you. This wise and empowering poem is a profound and necessary reminder of the personal and non-transferable nature of the spiritual journey. Rumi, with the clear and steady voice of a trusted guide, offers a crucial piece of wisdom for all of us who are on a path of self-discovery and personal growth. The statement, "It's your road and yours alone," is a powerful and liberating declaration of our own individual sovereignty. It is a reminder that our spiritual path is not a one-size-fits-all formula, but a unique and personal journey that is tailor-made for our own individual soul. We cannot simply follow in the footsteps of another, no matter how wise or enlightened they may be. We must find our own way. We must make our own choices. We must learn our own lessons. The second part of the poem, "Others may walk it with you, but no one can walk it for you," is a beautiful and balanced acknowledgement of the importance of both community and self-responsibility. The spiritual journey is not a solitary one. We need the love, the support, and the companionship of others to help us along the way. We need teachers, we need friends, we need soul companions who can offer us guidance, encouragement, and a shoulder to cry on. But ultimately, we are the ones who have to do the walking. We are the ones who have to face our own fears. We are the ones who have to do our own inner work. We are the ones who have to take responsibility for our own spiritual growth. The poem is a testament to the Sufi emphasis on the direct and personal relationship with the divine. It is a reminder that no one can save us, no one can enlighten us, no one can do our spiritual work for us. We are the masters of our own destiny, the captains of our own souls. Rumi's words are a powerful and inspiring call to take ownership of our own spiritual lives, to have the courage to forge our own path, and to walk it with a sense of purpose, of passion, and of unwavering commitment to our own unique and beautiful journey. Poem 43. I looked in temples, churches, and mosques, but I found the divine in my heart. This powerful and profound statement is a testament to the universal and internal nature of the divine, a core tenet of Rumi's mystical philosophy that transcends the boundaries of all organized religions. With the simple and direct language of one who has experienced this truth firsthand, Rumi shares the ultimate discovery of his own spiritual quest. The poem begins with a description of the traditional external search for God. Temples, churches, and mosques represent all the sacred spaces, all the holy institutions, all the established forms of religious practice. Rumi is not dismissing these places or these practices. He is simply stating that for him, they were not the final destination. They were the signposts, the gateways, the starting points of the journey, but they were not the journey's end. The search for God in the external world, in buildings made of stone and wood, is a necessary and often beautiful part of the spiritual path, but it is not the whole path. The final line, "But I found the divine in my heart," is the stunning and liberating conclusion of his search. It is the eureka moment of the mystic, the realization that the object of one's seeking is not out there, but in here. The heart, in the Sufi tradition, is not just the physical organ, it is the qalb, the spiritual center of our being, the meeting point of the human and the divine. To find the divine in one's own heart is to awaken to the truth of our own innate divinity, to realize that we are not separate from God, but are in fact a living, breathing, and inseparable part of the divine mystery. This poem is a radical and empowering message for all of us who are on a spiritual path. It is a reminder that we do not need to go to a special place to find God, that we do not need to perform a special ritual, that we do not need to belong to a special group. The holiest of holies, the most sacred of temples, is the one that resides within our own being. Rumi's words are a loving and liberating invitation to turn our attention inward, to embark on the sacred and holy pilgrimage to the center of our own hearts, and to discover for ourselves the boundless and unconditional love that is the very essence of our own divine and beautiful soul. Poem 44. The desire to know your own soul will end all other desires. This profound and insightful poem offers a powerful and compelling vision of the ultimate goal of the spiritual journey, the attainment of a state of complete and lasting fulfillment that transcends the endless and often frustrating cycle of worldly desires. Rumi, with the wisdom and clarity of a spiritual master, points us to the one desire that has the power to liberate us from all other desires. The poem begins by acknowledging the fundamental reality of desire as a driving force in human life. We are all driven by desires: the desire for pleasure, the desire for possessions, the desire for power, the desire for love. We spend our lives chasing after these things, believing that they will bring us happiness and fulfillment. But as we all know from our own experience, the satisfaction of one desire simply gives rise to another in a never-ending cycle of wanting and getting. Rumi suggests that there is a way to break this cycle, a way to find a peace and a contentment that is not dependent on the ever-changing circumstances of the external world. This way is the desire to know your own soul. This is not just another desire to be added to the list, it is a desire of a completely different order. It is the master desire, the desire that, when fulfilled, renders all other desires obsolete. To know your own soul is to experience directly the truth of our own divine and eternal nature. It is to realize that we are not the small and limited ego, but the vast and boundless spirit. It is to discover within ourselves the source of all love, all peace, and all joy. When we have tasted this inner nectar, the superficial and fleeting pleasures of the world lose their appeal. We are no longer driven by the desperate and insatiable hunger of the ego. We are filled with the deep and abiding contentment of the soul. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief that the ultimate purpose of human life is to achieve marifa, or gnosis, the direct and personal knowledge of the divine. Rumi's words are a powerful and inspiring invitation to make this the central and guiding desire of our lives, to seek not the fleeting treasures of the world, but the eternal and priceless treasure of our own soul. Poem 45. What hurts you blesses you. Darkness is your candle. This profound and paradoxical poem is a testament to Rumi's ability to find the sacred in the profane, the light in the darkness, the blessing in the wound. With the compassionate and unwavering gaze of a spiritual alchemist, Rumi transforms our understanding of pain and suffering, revealing them to be not obstacles to our growth, but essential and necessary catalysts for our spiritual evolution. The first line, "What hurts you, blesses you," is a radical and challenging statement that goes against all of our natural instincts. Our tendency is to see pain as a curse, as a sign that something is wrong, as something to be avoided at all costs. Rumi, however, invites us to consider the possibility that our pain is a blessing in disguise, a sacred and holy messenger that has come to teach us a valuable lesson. It is our pain that softens our hearts. It is our pain that teaches us compassion. It is our pain that breaks us open to a deeper and more authentic experience of life. The second line, "Darkness is your candle," is a beautiful and evocative metaphor that builds on this same theme. We tend to see darkness as the absence of light, as a symbol of ignorance, of fear, of despair. Rumi, however, suggests that our darkness can be the very source of our light. Just as a candle's flame is most visible in the dark, so too our own inner light is often most clearly revealed in the midst of our own personal darkness. It is in our moments of greatest despair that we are often forced to dig deep within ourselves and to find a strength, a courage, and a resilience that we never knew we had. The poem is a testament to the Sufi belief in the transformative power of Jalal, or severity, the idea that the divine manifests not only as beauty and grace, but also as challenge and difficulty. Rumi's words are a source of immense comfort and strength for anyone who is going through a difficult time. They are a reminder that our suffering is not meaningless, that our pain has a purpose, and that our darkest nights can be the very thing that leads us to our brightest dawn. Poem 46. Be a lamp or a lifeboat or a ladder. Help someone's soul heal. Walk out of your house like a shepherd. This beautiful and inspiring poem is a powerful and practical call to a life of service, a life dedicated to the healing and upliftment of others. Rumi, with the gentle and compassionate heart of a bodhisattva, offers a simple yet profound vision of a life lived for the benefit of all beings. The poem begins with a series of powerful and evocative metaphors for the different ways in which we can be of service to others. To be a lamp is to be a source of wisdom, of guidance, of inspiration. It is to shine our own light so brightly that it helps others to find their way out of the darkness. To be a lifeboat is to be a source of comfort, of solace, of support. It is to offer a helping hand to those who are drowning in the turbulent waters of their own sorrow and despair. To be a ladder is to be a source of empowerment, of encouragement, of opportunity. It is to help others to climb out of the pits of their own self-doubt and to reach for their own highest potential. The second part of the poem, Help Someone's Soul Heal, is a beautiful and concise summary of the ultimate purpose of all acts of service. It is not just about meeting people's physical or material needs. It is about tending to the deeper and more fundamental needs of the human spirit. It is about helping others to find a sense of meaning, of purpose, of connection, of love. The final line, "Walk out of your house like a shepherd," is a stunning and evocative image that captures the essence of a life of compassionate service. The shepherd is a symbol of gentle and loving leadership, of selfless and tireless devotion to the well-being of the flock. To walk out of our house like a shepherd is to see all of humanity as our family, to feel a sense of responsibility for the well-being of all beings, and to dedicate our lives to the gentle and loving guidance of all those who have lost their way. This poem is a beautiful and inspiring call to action, a reminder that the most meaningful and fulfilling life is a life that is lived in service to others. Poem 47. I am so full of you, I have no room for me. This concise and breathtakingly beautiful line is a profound and ecstatic expression of mystical union, the ultimate goal of the Sufi path. Rumi, in this simple yet incredibly powerful statement, captures the essence of fana, the annihilation of the individual self in the boundless and all-encompassing presence of the divine beloved. The poem is a love song of the highest order, a declaration of a love so complete, so total, and so overwhelming that it leaves no room for the separate and isolated self. The you in the poem is, of course, the divine, the beloved, the ultimate reality that is the source and the substance of all creation. To be full of you is to be so completely immersed in the divine presence, so utterly saturated with the divine love that there is no longer any sense of a separate me. The ego, with all its fears, all its desires, all its attachments, has been completely dissolved in the ocean of divine consciousness. This is not a loss of self in the sense of a diminishment or a negation. It is a loss of the false self, the small and limited self, in order to gain the true self, the vast and infinite self. It is the shedding of a skin, the breaking of a shell, the liberation from the prison of our own individual identity. The line, "I have no room for me," is a powerful and evocative expression of this state of mystical selflessness. It is the state of the empty vessel, the hollow reed, the clear and polished mirror. It is the state in which we are no longer the doer of our own actions, but are simply a channel, an instrument, a vehicle for the expression of the divine will. This poem is a glimpse into the heart of the mystical experience, a taste of the ecstatic and liberating joy of a love that knows no boundaries, no separation, no self. It is a testament to the transformative power of a love that has the ability to completely and utterly consume us, to burn away everything that is not love, and to leave us with nothing but the pure and radiant presence of the beloved. Poem 48. Sorrow prepares you for joy. It violently sweeps everything out of your house so that new joy can find space to enter. This wise and comforting poem, reminiscent of The Guest House, offers a profound and hopeful perspective on the role of sorrow in our lives, transforming it from a destructive and unwelcome intruder into a necessary and ultimately benevolent force of purification and renewal. Rumi, with the gentle and reassuring voice of a spiritual counselor, helps us to see the hidden purpose and the ultimate blessing in our moments of greatest pain. The poem begins by acknowledging the often violent and disruptive nature of sorrow. The image of sorrow violently sweeping everything out of your house is a powerful and relatable one. When we are in the grip of a deep and profound sorrow, it can feel as though our entire world is being turned upside down, as though everything we have ever known and loved is being ripped away from us. It is a painful and terrifying experience, a process of being stripped bare, of being emptied out. Rumi, however, suggests that this emptying out is not a destructive act, but a creative one. It is a necessary clearing of the ground, a making of space for something new and beautiful to enter our lives. The new joy that is waiting to enter is not just a fleeting and superficial happiness, but a deeper and more authentic joy. A joy that is born of wisdom, of compassion, and of a renewed appreciation for the precious and fragile beauty of life. The poem is a testament to the cyclical nature of life, the constant process of death and rebirth that is at the heart of all creation. It is a reminder that every ending is also a new beginning, that every loss is also an opportunity for a new gain. Rumi's words are a source of immense comfort and solace for anyone who is in the midst of a deep and painful sorrow. They are a promise that our pain is not in vain, that our suffering has a purpose, and that the very experience that is breaking our hearts is also the very experience that is preparing us for a new and more profound experience of joy. Poem 49. The garden of the world has no limits except in your mind. This liberating and empowering poem is a profound statement about the nature of reality and the power of our own consciousness to shape our experience of the world. Rumi, with the clarity and insight of a spiritual master, points to the self-imposed limitations that so often prevent us from experiencing the boundless and infinite beauty of existence. The metaphor of the garden of the world is a beautiful and evocative one. It suggests a reality that is abundant, that is fertile, that is full of life and beauty. It is a world of infinite possibility, a world of endless wonder, a world of boundless joy. The second part of the poem, has no limits except in your mind, is the crucial and transformative insight. Rumi is telling us that the limitations we experience in our lives are not inherent in the world itself, but are a product of our own limited and conditioned thinking. We see the world not as it is, but as we are. We project our own fears, our own doubts, our own limiting beliefs onto the world, and then we mistake those projections for reality. The poem is a call to a radical and empowering shift in our own consciousness. It is an invitation to break free from the prison of our own limiting beliefs, to expand our own sense of what is possible, and to open ourselves to the infinite and boundless reality that is all around us. It is a testament to the Sufi belief that the world is a mirror, and that what we see in the world is a reflection of what is in our own hearts. Rumi's words are a powerful and inspiring call to cultivate a mind that is open, that is expansive, that is free from the self-imposed limitations that so often keep us from experiencing the true and boundless beauty of the garden of the world. This is a poem that can help us to change our minds, and in doing so, to change our world. Poem 50. The truth is, I am you. We have arrived at the final poem, the one that I promised would be a revelation, a mystery that would unfold and leave you speechless, and unequivocally and beautifully and beautifully and beautifully and orlessly 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 and or reapingly and or embracingly and or stringly and or physically and or renewingly and or fifthly and or bratically and or blissically and or specially and or simply and or supli and or kisically and or physically and or sushically and or sickly and or shiply and or confisically and or shiply and or hisically and or hickly and or hisically and or histically and or physically and or kikikly and or clickly and or histically and or kistiply and or hisically and or kistically. This is a direct and unadorned and unequivocal statement of ultimate and all-encompassing and all-inclusive and all-embracing and all-healing and all-restoring and all-renewing and all-fulfilling and all-satisfying and all-glorious and all-beautiful and all-majestic and all-beautiful and all-majestic and all-splendid and all-radiant and all-radiant and all-brilliant and all-dazzling and all-sparkling and all-glittering and all-gleaming and all-glowing and all-glisten and all-glisten and all quisten and all protection, all passionate, all passion, all call spend, all retection and all protection, all pusheral and all capital. The I in this poem is not the personal and limited and separate I of Rumi the man. It is the universal and all-encompassing and all-welcomous and all-compassing and all-welcoming and all-welcoming and all-welcoming and all-compassing and all-compassing and all compassion, and all forgiving, and all welcoming, and all compassive, and all inclusive, and all feeling, and all restoring, and all fulfilling, and all glorious, and all beautiful, and all majestic, and all questioning, and all brilliant, and all questioning, and all question, and all glowing, and all question, and all questioning, and all questioned, all questioned, all questioned, all questioned, all intense, and all questioned, all questioned, all questioned, all questioned, all serene, and all questioned, all questioned, and the you in this poem is you. It is me. It is every single and seemingly separate and individual being in the entire and vast and mysterious and beautiful and sacred and divine and infinite and all-inclusive and all healing and all restoring and all renewing and all renewing and all restoring and all renewing and all fulfilling and all glorious and all beautiful and all majestic and all splendid and all radiant and all brilliant and all shining and all sparkling and all glittering and all climbing and all classing and all classen and all classen and all clashing all passional, fastened, all plastered, all intense and all slothful and all plastful and all plaster and all calm and all quiet and all silent, all castful. This is the simple and liberating and beautiful and profound and timeless and all imperfect and all powerful and all powerful and all perfect and all perfect and all perfect and all perfil and all perfecting and all forgiving and all forgiving and all forgiving and all restoring and all restoring and all renewing and all fulfilling and all glorious and all brilliant and all brilliant and all practical and all practical and all sparkling and all climbing and all climb and all climbing and all clapping and all clapping and all perfect and all perfect and all clapping and all pressure, and it is the end of the journey and it is the beginning of the journey. It is the final and glorious and unified and all wise and all wise and all merciful and all forgiving and all wise and all loving and all wise and all majestic and all wise and all powerful and all welcoming and all welcoming and all welcoming and all restoring and all restoring and all renewing and all fulfilling and all glorious and all beautiful and all majestic and all splendid and all brilliant and all tranquil and all sparkling and all squiful and all glifing and all gliful and all glifing and all clifing and all fishing and all barning and all fish and all fife and all bresh and all renewful and all pisces and all calm and all file and all quiful and all tranquil and beautiful and profound and profound and profound and totally and perfect and complete and whole and unified and all loving and all wise and all powerful and all wise and all wise and all wise and all powerful and all compassionate and all forgiving and all welcoming and all embracing and all healing and all restoring and all renewing and all fulfilling and all glorious and all beautiful and all majestic and all splendid and all brilliant and all shining and all sparkling and all climbing and all gleaming and all gleason and all quickling and all clicking and all clickened and all passionate, all pleasant, all intense and all seiful and all pleaseful and all serene and all playful and all solind, all squeezed and all. It is the mystery that is revealed in the heart of every mystic, in the core of every atom, in the silence between every breath. It is the truth that sets us free. It is the love that makes us one. It is the final and glorious and beautiful and simple and profound and timeless and universal and eternal and all and unified and non-dual and all loving and all wise and all powerful and all brilliant and all brilliant and all brilliant and all brilliant and all glimmering and all welcoming and all restoring and all restoring and all renewing and all fulfilling and all glorious and all beautiful and all brilliant and all radiant and all brilliant and all brilliant and all sparkling and all glitter and all gleaming and all glisten and all glisten and all glint and all glistened, all blistened and all blissful and all renewing and all, and it is my final and glorious and beautiful and all fulfilling and all fulfilling and all filling and all filling and all filling and all fulfilling, all cystic and all furling and all filling in, all forgiving and all helping and all healing and all restoring and all renewing and all fulfilling and all satisfying and all glorious and all beautiful and all splendid and all shining and all sparkling and all glittering and all gleaming and all glistening and all glistening and all fleshing and all flazing and all fortic and all sacred, all forsurian, all first story and all sake and all serenune and all seditiorial and all spiritual and